Hello everyone, Ep2 and welcome to another History of Mods, this time on Ancient Warfare. We'll be doing 1 and 2. I was unable to find the 1.3.2 versions or 1.4 versions, so we're just going to be starting with the 1.5. The closest I could get was just literally finding YouTube videos with links to certain sources, but I couldn't get downloads for them unfortunately, so I'm just going to have to go with what we can. But yeah, so we'll go 1.5, 1.6, and then we'll go to maybe some early 1.7, late 1.7, early 1.12, and late 1.12, being done by Pepperfly compared to Shadow Mage. And if there's any new content compared to just a few refinements, bug fixes, this and the other thing. So yeah, what you get with Ancient Warfare is pretty much a bunch of different blocks that you can use for certain villages or structures, or at least mostly in the older versions. You get catapults, trebuchets, ballistas, a bunch of stuff like that, hand-cranked engine, a bunch of weapons and other things. You get your different villages here, from foot soldiers to fishermen, medics, archers, a bunch of different types. Obviously you could command your foot soldiers, or you could interact with some of the NPCs in other ways. You'd have gates, different farms, your town hall, which you would use to set up sort of where your villages would be. Just very, very good mod that adds a lot of different stuff for automation, villages to sort of feel like a lived-in world with civilizations and certain things for storage and attacking opponents, or defeating bandits and looting their camps. One over there. Stuff like that really. Chunk loading. Yeah. A lot of that sort of stuff. I'll just show one of the structures that happen to spawn. Just real quick. This doesn't mean, obviously, what all structures were, but one of the ones that just happened to spawn in this super flat world. The fishermen didn't seem to keep up. So, a bunch of bandits. Just an enemy camp, I guess. Be a bandit archer. Yep, and then the fisherman's gonna die. Oh boy. Machines isn't one of the others. No, it's Magica. Okay. But yeah, a bunch of different structures, enemy units, others that you can use for different automation tasks and other things. So yeah, this will be Ars Magica. Yeah, wrong one. In 1.6.4, I'm not really too sure on certain differences. I feel like there's probably a fair amount of the same. I know it wasn't just a port, but there was probably a few other things. Some of these materials seem to be a bit new. A few other bits and pieces. The thing is, I'm mostly familiar with 1.7.10 and higher versions, so the 1.6 and below were very unfamiliar to me. I won't deny that. But other than porting, there was probably a fair amount of additions, probably refinements, bug fixing, obviously, but nothing really sticks out. Villager farmers, I guess a few others. Most of the others are fairly common looking to me, as far as I can tell. Probably a few of the different shots for the structures, vehicles, sorry. Bunch of the different research. I'm not too sure on different research, unfortunately. But yeah. Now to 1.7. Okay, with the earliest 1.7.10 version, we got a fair amount of the different types of NPCs. We've got certain other ones from natives to desert, Vikings, bandits, different ones for different biomes, different skilled ones, careers, bunch of different job related, your work order, combat order, shields, gates and otherwise are still here, drafting station, your different research, quills, different components for different farms, quarry, warehouse, which you didn't cover before, unfortunately. The different aspects of the technology system in the beginning. Water wheel. And crank generator wasn't used yet. So pretty much what you'd expect, I guess, of an early 1.7.10 build. We'll go to the latest real quick. In the last 1.7.10 version I could find, it happens to have a lot more things, obviously a lot more finalized, but a fair amount of things such as the bound upgrades, a few of the technical aspects are finished or implemented, warehouse stock viewer, a bit more to do with the warehouse probably, a few refinements, a fair amount more research, and a few of the other NPCs and structures were eventually implemented. And yeah, now for the 1.12.2 version. Okay, in one of the earliest 1.12.2 versions I could get working at least, it seems to have just mostly been a bunch of fixes, but there is certain additions such as the headquarters, the teleport hub, the other bits and pieces that are fairly common, NPCs, possibly about the same, probably a few minor additions, but yeah, mostly just sort of getting it working for 1.12, fixing all the bugs, other things that are going on. Yeah, we'll see in the newest version what's available. In the most recent 1.12 version there is a lot, mostly a ton of texture changes, as you can see. Mailbox still, a bunch of different farms, the warehouse, tech aspects are still there, chunk loaders, tool upgrades, you've got the research notes, backpacks, your different NPCs, shields, shafts, you've got your main ones, and you've got your others that appear in the world, mini structures, which we may go over. Yeah, a lot of NPCs. A bunch of the different structures. We've got different altars now, campfires or fire pits, totems, braziers, monster spawners, town halls have got an upgrade, flags, candles, weapons, spears, and such, furniture, the gates, all the vehicles that used to be in the old versions are now back and updated. Tons of different ones, different material levels, all the different weaponry again, sorry, the ammo and such. A lot has been done to this since that I haven't even touched yet, that I do need to get into. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.